All right. Well, there's a little noise in the background, but here we are, facebook.com/ads/library. Okay. And this is something a lot of people don't know about, the ad library. What can you do with this? What can't you do with this? You have a crazy amount of features here. I just did paving asphalt. Okay. What you're going to see is there's a lot of parity in these ads. And you wonder, how does this, like, how do one advertiser see the other advertiser? I believe a lot of them are using this tool and they're looking. You can sort by most recent ad. Okay. So you can see what the most recent ads that are coming out, low impression account, so forth. Right. But you also can sort by impressions high to low, which would theoretically be the most effective ads, at least the ones with the most spend on them. Right. Transform your driveway today, okay, with some emojis. You see this starting there in May of 2025, right? And then we go on here, and I'll just close this out so we can get more screen here of the ads. You'll see over and over again the same type of ads. There's one ad in particular that I see over and over again, and it says, oh, you can't believe, nobody could believe we could pave a road or a driveway for this much, but just call us and see, right? And man, it's just over and over again because of all the parity. And so we see here on and on, get all of this information, right? And you can see what's effective, what's not effective. You can see the different, again, similarities. So you have two, Western Asphalt and Superior Asphalt. I mean, they look like the same company in terms of what they're running. You can see video versus still ad. You can see the carousel ads. You can even look at the advertiser in terms of ad details about the advertiser. Now, that's a little advertiser, but sometimes you can see about the advertiser. There we go. You can have a page, ID, number of followers, information. You can also see in the Facebook ad library, is it send message, learn more, contact us, WhatsApp and so forth. You can see all the different ways that people are advertising. So it's weird. It creates parity because people are doing this and seeing what's working for others, and then they're creating the same thing. But at the same time, it's great insight for you to look at what may work within your area in terms of content that you could create, not just for ads, but also just for generic content, for blog content, for web content. Look at this. Universal Asphalt Paving, Ascension Asphalt LLC. Okay, I'm assuming these are two different companies. I don't know either of them. Look, $1,000 off for the next 10 homeowners. Don't miss out. $5,500 for a brand new asphalt driveway. Don't get me wrong, right? This is the one that I've seen over and over, and I don't spend a lot of time. I don't have a personal Facebook account, but when I'm on there for business or whatever, or for this kind of thing, you see it right here, that little bit of copy over and over. And I'll see if I can find. So that one is called Ascension. So let's see if we can find anybody but Ascension. So you got the Save 500 on asphalt maintenance. Very similar to that. And then let's just see if we got the one that says Don't Get Me Wrong, because that thing is like used over. And maybe it's taught in some kind of course or something. Here's 500 again. That's very popular. But if you ever see these ads and you wonder, why is the copy the same? Like, why is it, here it is right here, County Asphalt, $4,000 for a brand new driveway. Don't get me wrong. You see, again, are they using the meta ad library? Possibly. Are they being coached by the same person or ebook or whatever? Maybe, right? But you see it over and over, and it's creating this parity. So just in and of itself, to get a pulse on what's happening within an industry, you can use this tool, right? You can use it to build out, more ads for your campaign. 5,500, here it is, Premier Paving Contractors. Don't get me wrong, on and on and on. I'm just glad I found that. I was hoping I wouldn't find it. Let's see, vinyl stickers. I don't know if I spelled that right, but let's see, did I do that correctly? Vinyl stickers, VINYL. I did. All right, I'm winning. But vinyl stickers is another one where you see this close-up of the call out of the price, the close-up of the sticker, right? Now, this is the Sticky brand, okay? But there are other companies that are doing that exact same ad. Sticker app, that would be a different brand, kind of similar, right? So you have the Sticky brand, the Sticker app, okay? But you can see different video copy and so forth, obviously, go through it. Sticker Bros, does that not look familiar? It's like almost they're using the same fonts and everything. sticker whisperer. Okay. So what I'm trying to get at here is all the parity that you're seeing in social ads often comes from tools like this, whether it's from the individual doing it, or it could be from a marketing firm or whatever, someone else that knows how to use this. Now, you also could look at something. Let's say I'm trying to think of how about mobile home? How about mobile home single wide? Let's see. So let's just try that. Okay. So let's say you're a mobile home dealer, right? And you're looking, you see Universal, Home Nation, Hearst and Sons. Okay. Now you could start to filter and look at maybe, the inactive ads, active ads, but you also could just look at how long the ads have run. So you could start by most recent, right? So I did mobile home single wide, and it's probably a terrible keyword search, but you know what I mean. You could start by most recent. This is 150 results. Okay, we're sorting by most recent. We see here as recording Jan 27, so this is today, right? We see here this ad, okay? So now you go down, and your goal is, these are all active ads. That's the tag on here. So your goal is to go down to the very oldest ad, okay? And I don't know if it's shown me 150 yet, but that right there may be right around here. Okay, that started running in Jan of 2024. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't look like maybe 2022. I don't know about that. And that's for a mobile home park, Home Nation. Okay, so how about this? So you've got roughly, 18 months. I'm just ballparking this. Or no, so 2025. So this would be 6-7 months. Maybe is the oldest ad, right? Well, if you see this ad, you see there's multiple versions of this ad. This may be, right? Exactly. Tired of renting? Home Nation offers beautiful, high-quality modular homes at prices you can actually afford. Get started today. This might be the best ad because it's still running, and they're paying money to run it. Now, it could be a big company. They just don't care, burn through cash. But most of them, or their ad people or somebody, is going to pay attention and be only paying for something that is turning over. And that's the great thing about these ads is you can research them and so forth. But you see the good ones, short, punchy copy, emojis, and so forth. Don't overpay, et cetera, et cetera. Let me try one more. Okay, I'm just going to do mobile home for sale. Let's try that. And we see here, we're almost done. I won't make it too long here. But you see the power of the ad library. You can grab an API for this and all kinds of stuff. It's very, very powerful. You can search your own ads and so forth. You could use this to dig up ads that you've seen and you're trying to find again. Maybe you've had that problem. I have, as I've tried to share an ad with somebody. And then you can grab a share link here. But this is 1,000+ results, right? And so we're sorting by impressions high to low. And it's no surprise you're going to see T-Mobile and these bigger companies, right, on the high-level impressions. Some of them may not even be related, okay? But as we go in, you start to get a good idea. Mobile home for sale, right? Okay, mobile home brokers unlimited. See, this started running in July, okay? So again, about 6-7 months. And you see the copy, you see the pictures and so forth. There's that Home Nation ad we looked at before. It gives you so much to go for. So when you have 1,000+ entries, these are the winners. October of last year, August of last year, November of last year. These are winning, right? These are ads that have been tested and work. The screenshot works. And then you can also, too, learn from the effectiveness of the spacing of the copy. Are they putting in a little? Are they putting in a lot? Mobile homes would be targeting maybe a more mature buyer. Cell phone case, I'm almost afraid to search it. And then I'm done, I promise. Could be pretty crazy. Obvious. Look at that. See, now your cell phone case, you might be targeting a younger consumer, right? And now you're seeing just emojis, bullet points, videos, vertical videos, humor, whatever it may be. Maybe a much more, very targeted ad style, right? And so what this is a masterclass on what works, as well as your industry, as well as what people respond to. So if you're making organic content, what they would respond to. So you say, I don't know how to make organic content that's going to get clicks or likes or people are interested in it. You could just, whatever, let's say you're, if you make toys for STEM, right? let's say that's your industry. You see 2,000 results or so, and you see these are the most impressed ads. You start to understand. You can start watching these videos, following up on these companies, looking at their blogs. Going to Crunch Labs, whatever it may be, and looking at what they're doing, and there'll be a wealth of information to give you inspiration for your own content.